Is not a nicety. It's not something nice to have for black folk. It is now an absolute necessity. If you do not get reparations soon, black folk, as I told you before, are through. Reparation is not a nicety, it's a necessity. What are the conditions? What are the conditions that precipitated black folk getting into this dilemma? And what black labor, white wealth did, it tracked 800 years of history in very systematic terms to show you every strategy, every technique, every law, every public custom, and every public policy that was used to enslave black folk around the world and to maldistribute almost 100% of all this nation's wealth, power, resource, privileges, businesses, and controls of all levels of government into the hands of the dominant white society. And what slavery and Jim Crow segregation did with black folk, it intentionally maldistributed all the resources away from black folk and created a real-life monopoly game. Black folk in America are playing in a real-life monopoly game that you're totally ill-prepared to play and win.
Man, peace, love, and reparations. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and that share button. Let's get it. Man, listen, we talking about they crushing all the coons. Boy, y'all days is over. And I know why they crushing y'all too. Because they said, man, we don't need you because black people ain't even thinking about voting. Listen, none of y'all can bring the black community back because we done did them so dirty. So we about to let all y'all go one by one. But they done let your girl Candace go. She's been out here trying to rebrand herself. She's been on the Breakfast Club. She's been on Joe Budden's podcast. Listen, it's over for you, sis. One thing y'all can't do is you can't coon and then get kicked out the whip and then think you're going to bring your black ass back over here. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. And I need all y'all to know that it never going to work like that, right? See, this is almost like being in a relationship with somebody, right? Y'all break up, or you break up with them because you found somebody, because you seen somebody that looked better and you think that they better, so you just kick the other person down and you go over there with them, and then you come to find out that that person don't want you. Boom, they kick, and then you go run back to the person you just dissed off and kicked to the side. Like, nah, fam, it don't work like that. Go back over there to her, or go back over there to him, whichever one. And we not doing that. And the black community not doing it either. But Candace, you know, she's very interesting because sometimes, and this is why a lot of people, you know, not a lot of people, but some black people like her, because she does say some things, a couple of very few minuscule things that be on point, but the rest of it, you're just straight up saying what the white supremacists want to say. You just saying it for them. You're just a mouthpiece for a white supremacist. And we're going to get into that. And I'm about to show you a video of why you will never get back in the whip, sis. You can never come back over here. Only place you can go is to Jamaica, where you from. You're from the Caribbean. That's where you're going to go back to. See if they take you back. Because you're not going to shit on black Americans and then turn around. Because you said Juneteenth was ghetto and made up. Yeah, we don't forget nothing, sis. We don't forget nothing. But here.
And I want to first start off by saying that white supremacy is indeed real. But despite the media's obsessive coverage of it, it represents an isolated, uncoordinated, and fringe occurrence within America. It's a fringe occurrence that is being used, in my opinion, by Democrats to scare Americans into giving up their votes to a party that can no longer win based on simple ideas, which is why we're seeing so many of these hearings back to back, despite other threats that are facing this nation. I want to reiterate that point. White supremacy is real, just as racism is real, but neither of these ideologies are real in this room. They have become mechanisms for the left to continue to call these hearings and to distract from much bigger issues that are facing this country and which threaten minorities. Much bigger issues that they are responsible for. White nationalism sounds a lot better as a threat than father absence. When are we going to call a hearing on the 74% of single motherhood rate in Black America today? My guess is probably never. Since Democrats are the author of that epidemic, which leaves us, Black Americans, 20 times more likely to end up in prison, 9 times more likely to drop out of high school, and 5 times more likely to lead a life in poverty and to commit crime. White nationalism also sounds a lot better than illiteracy rates. I'm assuming we're never going to call a hearing on that, which is a real epidemic that is facing Black Americans and minority Americans today. An epidemic which, by the way, has a lot closer of a tie to our nation's history of white supremacy.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Now, see, Candace, Candace is something else. Now she's speaking on all these little issues, right? And trying to downplay white supremacy. That's what we're not going to do, because white supremacy is the number one issue in the Black community. White nationalism is the number one issue in the Black community. You're never going to try to downplay that. And watch this. Watch what she says. She said about the illiteracy rate, no, the fatherlessness. She said the fatherlessness and how the Democrats authored that, which they did. See what I'm saying? She says little things that's true, but what she's leaving out is that is white supremacy. Yes, that's white supremacy. You're not going to try to get away from white supremacy. We know who authored that. That was Joe Biden, and he's a white supremacist, just like the people over there on the Republican side. See, they try to play that, that trick of, it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans, it's both of them. And every issue that you mentioned, from illiteracy rates, because the illiteracy rates come from the school funding, the underfunding of the schools that y'all do, and how y'all strategically do it on some racist shit, because you make sure that you do it based off who's paying the most property tax. So again, that's some racist shit, because you know that you done dumped all the Black people into the lower level, as Dr. Claude Anderson tells us, that we in the lower level of the monopoly game, and you got the white people all over there with all the resources. So of course their schools are going to be funded more, which is why their literacy rates are going to be higher than ours. So again, it all boils down to white supremacy. And she had it wrong talking about the fatherlessness. Now watch this. Yes, we have single mothers in our community, like every other community does, because trust me, I've been to Oregon, and them white boys' dads don't be around. And a study came out. Watch this. This is from ABC News, ABC 10. And it actually says that Black fathers, 27%, took their children to and from activities every day, compared to white fathers, which was 20%. Then it says Black fathers, 41%, in the home, were also more likely to help their children with homework every day, compared to Hispanics, 29%, and white fathers, 28%. So we're very active with our kids. We might not be with the parent, with the parent, but we're very active in our kids' life. So again, that was some white supremacist talking point that you're just spewing for them. And now that they done with you, because she got kicked off the Daily Wire with the Ben Shapiro show with all those other white dudes she was on there with, and they kicked their ass to the curb, just like they kicked Angela Rye and Tiffany Cross. They break they boot licks. And one thing y'all not gonna do, because they trying to rebrand her, just like Tiffany Cross and them trying to rebrand themselves, talking about reparations now. See, what's not going to happen is you not going to coon it up for them, then get kicked out the whip and think you're going to walk your coon ass back over here. It's not happening. It's not happening. We don't accept you. Go that way. Go that way, man. Cause that's what y'all trying to do. Y'all think y'all just gonna coon it up for everybody and then just switch. See, the only way we even might let you switch is if you was cooning, and you can only coon it, you can only take it but so far. Say you was cooning it up, then you say, you know what, man, I ain't off this shit. I'm about to go hard at their neck, and then you go hard unapologetically without getting kicked out the whip. You see what I'm saying? You got to switch on your own and get back in the community, apologize to the community, and then go hard at their neck. But you're not going to get on, because that's the only reason you back over here. Because if you didn't get kicked out the whip, you would still be over there. You would have never came on the Breakfast Club. Tiffany Cross and them would never be talking about reparations. Angela Ryan would never be talking about reparations, and Joyless Reed is coming next. Because they don't need y'all no more. They know the black community is through with this whole political process. Republicans, Democrats, they know we done. They know all that voting shit is out the door. They know that we want to come in and vote for the couch. We rather sit out than sit here because the lesser of two evils is still evil. But you still have an opinion. What would y'all rather do? Would you rather drink piss or eat poop? Or would you rather not eat none of it or drink none of it? Like, you still have a third option. Yeah, we're not forced to vote. We're not forced to. So sitting out is actually a political strategy. And they notice that majority of the black people are done. And they're like, yo, I mean, so what we need them for? We only needed them to try to get them to come on our side. On both sides, Democrats and Republican, black bootlicks. They're like, yo, we only needed them to come on our side. So now that y'all not on our side, what's the point? What's the point of having you around? I don't need you. You're not convincing black people to come vote. So, you know what I mean? We're going to kick you to the curb. And I also wanted to make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this out. But I also wanted to give my condolences to all the people that was on that Baltimore bridge. That was crazy. I'm actually out here too in Maryland too. I'm out here in Maryland. And it's funny because, boy, I be on all them damn bridges. Real talk, because I be slotting to New Jersey every week, Delaware every week, Philadelphia, because all the shit is like an hour or two away from each other. You know what I mean? So, yo, listen, man, be careful out here on these roads, bro. Be careful. I guess it was the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed. Like, damn, that was crazy. And then they said, I guess the ship must have like ran out of power or some shit like that. Like, listen, I know they're gonna make an excuse because I know it was a white person driving it, and they gonna make an excuse of why that happened. But man, why was you even going in that direction, fam? How'd that happen, dog? That's wild, crazy. But condolences to all of them, and rest in peace to whoever passed away on that, because that is crazy, man. Be careful out here on these driving streets. And I was literally just in Baltimore like 2 days ago, for real. Like, damn. But yeah, man, condolences to all them. But back to the bootlicks. Yeah, you can't come back over here, sweet cheeks. Keep your black bed wench ass right back over there. Cause see, what they do is and you notice in that video, she's looking down at the paper. Somebody else wrote that for you. Cause if it's on your mind, you just gonna say it, man. We don't need you. We don't need you reading off the paper because you trying to downplay white supremacy and you trying to downplay white nationalism. Like they're not being, like the FBI didn't tell us that, these white nationalists are flooding the police departments, flooding the FBI. And come on, dog, we not stupid. We know y'all, the judges and the prosecutors and some of the lawyers. We know what time it is. We know what time it is, fam. So like at the end of the day, you're not about to do their bidding and use all their little talking points and then, to downgrade us. Because what I would say, what are you doing for the black community? Huh? What are you doing for the black community, Candace, besides saying all this stupid shit that that the Republicans want you to say? And again, don't let them play that trick on y'all either with the whole, the Republicans are racist. Nah, nigga, they all racist. They all white supremacists that are, their whole thing is to always make sure black people are at the bottom. And we're going to make sure we don't give you anything to make sure that you can come up and be a competitive group in America. So we're not going with none of that bullshit. But at the end of the day, family, I love y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button as well. Hit that Cash App too. It's right there on the board. WILLIE 0312, man. Hit me up, family. I'm up out of here. Peace, love, and reparations.
Motif alumni. I
feel like pocking this bitch. This ain't no shiny shit. So my ambitions to ride just like it's 96. Said I ain't aiming at no niggas, that shit is dead. If Willie Lynch is a myth, I still know what it said. So we don't fall for them tricks, it's off with your head. I got two Rottweilers by my bed, I feed them lead. Rest in peace, Marquise McLaughlin and Nia Wilson. Racist media have you thinking the victims are villain. All these killings we witnessing domestic terrorism. And niggas still marching, nobody care to listen. Get off your knees, black man, it's time to take a stand. You ain't afraid to go bust your gun in Afghanistan. And this is exasperating. They say I'm advocating violence, well that's fascinating. Coming from the mouth of Leviathan, you evildoers killed the king and he had a peaceful movement. And you want me to be forgiven and just keep it moving? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, see ya, cracker, stay on, cold, iffy, holla, slit his toe. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I want all the smoke. I think y'all's a joke. Just cause you criticize Trump don't mean y'all is woke. Niggas ain't ready for revolution, yeah, that's a fact. But if they're killing us anyway, then how should we act? Can you grow your own food? Are you stacking your guns? Do you know how to fish? Do you know how to hunt? Can you box? Can you wrestle? Fold a nigga like a pretzel? Are you trained? Can you aim? Have you read the mental nettle? What if revolution came and you had to kill a relative? That's your blood, that's your cuz, that's your uncle. That's irrelevant, shit, it's him or you. I don't care if it was your pastor, if he gon' sell you out for a slave master. I read the Art of War, 48 laws when I was yay tall. I knew the 120 lessons, but all my grades, Paul. Francis Crest, Van Sertima, yeah, they came before. If you won't die for nothing, what was you made for? Francis Crest, Van Sertima, yeah, they came before. If you won't die for nothing, what was you made for? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, see ya, cracker, stay on, cold, iffy, holla, slit his toe. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, see ya, cracker, stay on, cold, iffy, holla, slit his toe. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Oh yeah, family, and they are having a rally for reparations part 2 out here in DC. Shout out to Tariq and everybody who's going to be speaking. Man, listen, I can't wait. I will be there, and y'all already know I'm going to give y'all some footage. So shout out to them, man. Once they get the date, I'm gonna let y'all know when it is, and make sure. I hope to see all of y'all out there so we can all bust it up, because I'm telling you, y'all gonna want to be there, man. The last one was dope, and yeah, that's what it is. I hope to see you there.